Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous, with me, Bragaton. Let's use these keys we found. The altar is covered in the same symbols as the door in front of it. It has 3 slots marked with the symbols of the 3 demon lords, Discari, Baphomet, and Octicula. Insert the key of Baphomet's servants. The key fits perfectly and starts to emit a disturbing glow. Insert the key of Discari's servants. Key fits perfectly and starts to emit a disturbing glow. And insert the key of Nauticula's servants. The key fits perfectly and starts to emit a disturbing glow. When the last key is inserted, you hear a rumble. The door in front of you opens. The way to the heart of the Fane is clear.
I'm gone.
I'm here. Where else would I be?
We should move.
Search for the beauty with your heart, not your eyes.
Are we in trouble yet?
We do it my way.
You're blinded by a sudden flash. Feels like giants are hammering on your temples, and a monstrous pain lashes your chest. Your wound has reopened at the worst possible moment and is gushing blood. You sense a malevolent proximity of the abyss. You can almost touch the threat emanating from it. Slowly, almost reluctantly, the wound closes, but the pain and your heightened awareness remain. The hall bears the traces of the huge balor's anger. Some demons are lying on the floor, literally ground into a bloody mess, while the rest are cowering against the walls. The blood is not confined to the ground either, but is splashed across the face of the kneeling Monago. It's not clear if it came from the pentagram on the Lolito's forehead, or from a slash of the Balor's claws.
Let me into the rift, Darrazand! We're all going to die here! Trying to fight back. It's madness!
No one goes into the rift. You will fight, all of you, or else.
I should probably say, the Balor unleashes a deafening roar, the eyes on his huge head filling with true madness. Now this is like a Amade worshipper's unique dialogue. You dare to disguise your blasphemous Fane with a symbol of Amade's sword. I call upon the wrath of her avenging blade to strike you down. Your weapon blazes with cold blue light, and the ringing of a sharpened blade fills the air. The goddess has heard you. She'll help you punish these blasphemers.
I told you, Darrazand. Now you're going to die, and they'll hang your horned skull on the walls of Dresden!
You and your little troop made a fool of me at the Battle of Dresden. Finally, I can make you pay. Finally.
The demon's red eyes are fixed on you.
They will break against our resolve.
We got Amade's Blessing. Amade's Blessing gives you the following benefits. Your longsword's critical threat range is doubled, which we're not using. You may make 1 extra attack with your main weapon, and you get bonuses as if you constantly were under the effect of the haste spell. You gain 20 temporary hit points, a +6 luck bonus on all your attack and damage rolls, a +4 bonus on saving throws against poison, ER 10 except against evil, resistance 10 to electricity and fire. They're also immune to acid and cold. Your weapon is considered good aligned for the purpose of overcoming damage reduction.
The light, take you!
This spell works differently. Tio.
Done with you!
So, it looked like we just one-shot him. Not quite. I saw a small chunk of his health missing, and then he was dead.
Into the fray! No glory without
Rifts are usually chaotic and unstable. That's why I've been plagued by one question. How could demons have created a stable, permanent passage from the abyss here in the World Wound? And as I stare into the flames of the rift itself, the answer still eludes me. What is the secret to this canker festering at the very heart of our world? How can we heal it?
My friends and comrades, the time has come for us to discuss something of the utmost importance. It is here, on the threshold of the abyss, that I must announce an important decision before you all. But first, we shall talk about you, Commander. About how well you have discharged the duties I entrusted to you.
The Queen lingers for a few moments, staring into the purple flames of the rift.
My righteous sister in faith, must these discussions take place now at such a moment? The enemy is watchful, and its forces are great. That is what we must turn our attention to, not scrutinizing our fellow Crusaders.
In the 100 years that this war has lasted, not a day has gone by when I haven't thought about how we can win it. That is precisely why we cannot delay the conversation any longer.
The Queen says harshly, "Get my full attention, my Queen."
Your forbearance is most appreciated.
The Queen gives a slight nod.
A commander's absolute priority is leading the Crusader armies, and I cannot help but notice that you have handled this part of your responsibilities well. I cannot but notice your strange choice of companions. The good gods teach us to seek the light even in the darkest soul, and to believe in redemption. But it is one thing to believe in the good intentions of a murderous succubus, and, for example, send her to a temple of Desna to be cared for by experienced priests. But it is another matter entirely to take the demon with you to the front lines, where one well-timed stab in the back could put a tragic end to our entire Crusader cause. It is unthinkably reckless.
The Queen's eyes fix on Arushali.
With all due respect, my lady, Arushale has proven herself to be a faithful and reliable comrade. She has fought bravely for us, and we both want to see the demons defeated. Is there any reason to reproach the commander for accepting her into our party?
You can find reasons aplenty in any Mendevian cemetery, Sealer. Each one is full of the graves of those who were deceived by demons.
I'll take the Angel Mythic Path option. I don't need any proof of her loyalty. I see the light in Arushali's soul. I know that she truly wants to change.
This would sound like mere bravado from anyone else. But you are closer to the light than most of my comrades. You might actually be able to see the light in others.
The Queen gives you a searching look. The Queen pauses for a moment, thinking.
Thank you. I can't believe you really said that.
Within moments of the Queen beginning to speak, Arushali seemed to turn to stone. But now she releases a breath and says softly,
I also wish to mention what you did with Iomede's banner, the Sword of Valor. This sacred relic, handed to you to defend the city against the demons, has become a reflection of you. I do not know how you managed to distort its features, but I cannot overlook it. I only pray that Iomede will forgive us all for this most improper treatment of her relic.
The Queen cringes, as if from a toothache. How do we not know that's what Iomede intended the Sword of Valor to be used? Or how she intended to be used?
That is all I wish to say. And now, to summarize. Well, apart from the matter of the succubus in your party, which we have just clarified, I find nothing unworthy in the manner in which you have fulfilled your responsibilities. Which is why it pains me all the more to announce that I am relieving you of your post. You are no longer the leader of the Fifth Crusade.
And do option 1 and 2? I want to do both. I'm not sure if this one will allow me to take option 2 or not. My queen, you and I both believe in good and justice. To do what is good and just. Don't take away the title I have rightly earned. Now the queen's entire speech, Garen is silent, but his silence is more expressive than an entire crowd yelling profanities.
This is why I always take payment up front. The customers become very shifty when everything is done.
Grinning, Greybor nods.
I deeply respect the desire to bring discipline to the Crusades, but not all the accusations you leveled at the commander are guided by that desire.
Typical. Get us to do the job first, and start with the questions after. Next thing they'll be telling us to empty our pockets and kicking us out the door.
Woljif mumbles softly.
My righteous sister, you are entitled to make such a decision, but please reconsider whether this is the right one. He is not just the Crusade commander. He is our hope. Our only hope.
Our only hope is he? I see you do not value me or the other heroes of the Crusade very highly, my righteous brother and comrade.
The queen's eyes flash.
Forgive me. I overreacted. You are doubtlessly right, my brother. As are you. I shall let you retain the formal title of leader of the Crusade. It would be wrong to take it from you. But I shall still be taking over command of the armies. Hold your objections. There is a reason for this.
The queen takes a deep breath, briefly closing her eyes in wariness.
Thanks to the book recovered from Aureliu Vorlish's laboratory, we know that the rift before us cannot be closed until the first and main rift is closed. The one that lies in the Threshold Fortress. So, for the safety of Darrazand, I shall have to destroy all the exits out of the Midnight Fane, and block everything here, so that demons coming through this indestructible rift cannot descend upon Darrazand again. This is a forced measure. I am doing it for the safety of the city. But this won't solve the problem. No, we must track the demon's path and settle this issue once and for all. And that means venturing into the Abyss. No one but you, with your unique power, can handle this task. That is why I shall take over the command of the Crusader armies, and you will journey forth on this great mission.
What if I refuse to go to the Abyss?
It will mean that one day the Abyss will come for you. I might disagree with my righteous sister-in-arms at times, but there is one thing she is indisputably right about. Evil must be killed at the root. The Nahindrian crystals are too great a threat, and we may never get another chance of reaching their source. I see another opportunity here. To find the Echo of Descari and rescue his victim whom he abducted from Pelura's Fall. All signs indicate that a journey to the Abyss is destined for us, one way or another.
Got to read this. The Hand of the Inheritor answers before the Queen can.
Correct. I imagine I'll be up to the task of leading the Crusaders. 100-odd years of experience must count for something, but your mission in the Abyss is critical.
Careful now. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Or don't count your successes before you wipe out all my armies. You destroy the Fane and its exit. How will I return to Golarion?
Don't worry about that. I will go with you, and I know the secrets of traveling between planes. I have also been to the Abyss before, and I have fought the beasts that dwell there. My sword and my experience will help you on this mission.
Man, I love that guy. He's always got your back. True. Till the problem that a Nahindrian crystals is solved, we won't be able to win. I'm going to the Abyss.
We will go to the Abyss side by side, champion, and Darrazand will greet us with jubilation on the day of our return.
Wish me luck as well. Until next we meet.
Queen's eyes dart away, and her knuckles turn white as she grips her hilt. This place is teeming with inescapable evil. It's so good to be on the offensive again, and not on the defensive. Alright. Finally, a real offensive. Alright, more importantly, let's grab some loot here.
Doubt is the heart's greatest challenge. Meditate on your mistakes. Might make you feel better.
Alright, somebody
It's
grab
time
the
to
loot.
act.
There we go. Alright, go coin with Baphomet's mark. A go coin that used to belong to the balor Darrazand. The mark of the Demon Lord Baphomet is etched onto the coin's face. Rupturing Storm and Menace of Death. Alright, so Menace of Death. Whenever someone dies within a 10-foot radius from the wearer of this amulet of natural armor +3, the wearer gets the effect of the haste spell for 2d3 rounds. This effect is renewed with each time someone dies. After this effect wears off, the wearer cannot make any weapon or unarmed attacks for 1d3 rounds. That's actually pretty good on my main character, because he's going to kill things left and right. But if we don't for some reason, it's going to hurt us. A Rupturing Storm. This +4 scimitar deals additional 3d6 fire damage. On a critical hit, it creates fire sparks that stick to allies' weapons, granting them flaming enchantment for 1d3 rounds? As well as granting the wielder and allies fire resistance 20 for the same duration. I might use this. Well, probably not worth it, because we do have, we just cast haste. So it's a little redundant. We won this battle. It's a pity we won't be permitted to celebrate. Well, this is dull. Wish the next lot of demons would hurry it up. It's dark here. Not for eyes, for souls. So you gotta even walk past the statues of the demon lords. I know how dangerous they are. Oh, is that everybody? Yeah, I guess we are missing Camellia.
The commander has stepped through the rift, and now there is no going back. Onward, to solitude, to the unknown, to the abyss.
I have the power! I see you, Lan. Champion, how extraordinary. I sense a surge in the power within you the moment you boldly stepped forth into the rift. I was there, following you into the abyss, but it was as though I suddenly found myself in the blessed expanses of the upper planes. Angelo turns his head and surveys the bleak landscape that's been revealed to you. His movements are growing tense. Even the soft golden glow that usually emanates from him is fading. So that's where this rift leads, to the realm of the most cunning of all the demon lords. This location is familiar to me, but that fact brings me neither joy nor consolation. The Abyss, the home of demons, the heart of everything Iomedae hates. Oh, how you wish you could rain cleansing flames down on this entire place. But your goddess is far away. You can't defeat these endless demonic legions on your own. You know that it won't be easy for you here, but you're duty-bound to fight to the last. What can you tell me about this place? These are the Midnight Isles. An odd mix of pensiveness and profound aversion rings in the angel's voice. This is the realm of Nauticula, the Lady in Shadow. Every corner of the Abyss is repellent in its own way, but this place, this is where one truly walks on corpses. The angel gestures to land with his iron gauntlet. On the corpses of demon lords that were treacherously murdered, every monster slain by Nauticula becomes an island like the one we're standing on right now. This place seems to be created specifically to befuddle the hearts and minds of the righteous. What I mean is that the demon lords are our enemies, and their deaths should please us. But as I look at this black sky, I realize that sometimes the death of evil creates an even greater evil. Why would Nocticula kill the other demon lords? For power, of course. Every new murder that she commits extends her realm, and the greater her realm, the greater her power. The ambitions of the Lady in Shadow are great, and she knows no mercy, so the archipelago has become much larger in the millennia of her rule here. What does Nocticula have to do with the invasion of Golarion? I do not know. For the idol that we saw in the Midnight Fane, I had not seen any trace of her influence in the World Wound. But it's no wonder. The Lady in Shadow values guile, subterfuge, and devious plots. I'll not be surprised if it turns out that she has been secretly aiding Baphomet and Discari since the first days of the invasion. What should I be wary of here? Beware every shadow. The angel answers without hesitation. This is the Abyss, the plane of chaos and evil. It'd be fair to compare our mission to that of spies sent deep into enemy territory. We do not belong here, and everyone and everything that does not seek to kill us on sight, either kill us slowly or use us for unimaginable evil. It is a shame that we cannot hope for the protection of the Sword of Valor in this place, or of the one who used to wield it. You should have sensed it already, how different everything feels without the banner's holy protection. What is our plan? We need to find the source of the hindering crystals and destroy it forever, if possible. We know for certain that the crystals were transported to the World Wound, to the rift that we used to get here. What we must do right now is take a thorough look around. We need to understand what this place is, what they were doing with the crystals here. Whether they were creating them, or mining them, or bringing them here from elsewhere. I'd also like to know who was in charge of the demons on this side of the rift. There still may be traces here, even some documents or witnesses. I see. Onward. Be careful, champion. I'll wait for you here. The stone at the entrance to these gates looks worn, so there's no doubt that they saw frequent use. Alright, let's go ahead and get our next mythic rank. We get a mythic ability and improved angelic halo. Here, let's do probably Thundering Blows. The sound of your blows is powerful enough to damage even without piercing through enemy defenses. Benefit, once per round when your melee attack misses the target, you deal 2d6 plus 1d6 per 2 mythic rank sonic damage to all enemies in a 10-foot radius. Alright, so we have Blinding Light. Whenever Angelic Halo is active, an enemy that attacks the angel for the first time in a round must succeed a Fortitude saving throw. DC equals 10 plus half the angel's character level, plus their mythic rank, plus their highest ability modifier. Or be blinded for 1d4 plus 1 rounds. On a successful saving throw, the enemy becomes dazzled for 1 minute. A Burning Bright. Whenever the Angelic Halo is active, all demons and undead creatures in a 50-foot area suffer 2d6 plus mythic rank points of holy damage each round. I'm probably going to go with that. A Flame of Life. Whenever Angelic Halo is active, whenever an ally suffers damage, they receive fast healing equal to the angel's mythic rank for 1 round. A Piercing Rays. Whenever Angelic Halo is active, all enemies in a 50-foot area suffer a penalty to spell resistance equal to 1 plus half the angel's mythic rank, as well as a penalty on all saving throws equal to half the penalty to spell resistance. A Solar Winds. Whenever Angelic Halo is active, our allies in a 50-foot area get a bonus to fire, cold, acid, and electricity resistances equal to 5 per the angel's mythic rank. That's pretty good. That's 25. And a bonus to sonic and negative energy resistance equal to 3 per the angel's mythic rank, as well as a bonus to force, unholy, holy, and divine resistance equal to the angel's mythic rank. That's pretty good. It's really hard to come across damage resistance against force damage. We don't come across it very often, but alchemists... Are there any enemies that cast magic missile? I think it's just the alchemist throwing force bombs. Unfailing Beacon. Whenever Angelic Halo is active, the angel doesn't suffer any damage from ally spells that have an area of effect. The angel is the main target of such a spell, and becomes empowered, as though using the Empower spell feat, and the DC of the saving throws against it is increased by 2. That's pretty cool. So, Burning Bright would have been pretty good against Playful Darkness, or any enemy that's hard to hit, but you can't get it until now. I don't remember if Serenity is a... Angel spell or not. They fill the target's minds with feelings of tranquility. Those attempting to commit violence become stricken with racking pain and take... Well, you know, I could just finish this and look at my spells here.
Are absolute.
So my angelic spells should be automatically slotted. Or not. I'm missing spells. Whoopsies. We could always use something like that. We get a second one of these, I guess. It doesn't really matter. Alright, so we have Blade of the Sun. You create a 60-foot long line of holy energy dealing 1d8 holy damage per 2 caster levels to all targets in the line. Pure Form. You heal yourself for 1d8 hit points per caster level and automatically dispel any negative effects on yourself. Ward Against Disease Communal. Well, let's grab that and get rid of these. Actually, how long does that last for? Doesn't say. Oh, 10 minutes. 10 minutes per caster level. Well, that's alright. We'll do that. Alright, Repel the Profane. Spell affects all undead creatures, evil outsiders, and divine casters devoted to evil deities. If the target fails a will saving throw, it's frightened for 1 round per caster level. If the saving throw is successful, the target is shaken for 1 round. The spell ignores immunity to fear effects. Might be worth using. Ward Against Impurity. The target gains immunity to the nauseated and sickening conditions, diseases, and poisons for 10 minutes per caster level. Sure. I don't know. None of those really stand out to me. So Serenity, and I'm not sure if that's an angel-specific spell. Again, I don't do a lot of spellcasters, so I'm not as familiar with the spells as I am the rest of the game. I'll read Cleansing Flames. Every enemy in the radius of the spell must succeed at a reflex saving throw or suffer 1d6 holy damage per caster level. Allies take 1 holy damage per caster level, but are automatically healed from any abilities score damage, blindness, confusion, and dazzled, exhausted, fatigued, nauseated, and sickened conditions. Additionally, it attempts to dispel all diseases, poisons, and curses from those allies. Man, that seems pretty good. I don't need 2 castings of it. Serenity. Fill the target's minds with feelings of tranquility. Those attempting to commit violence become stricken with racking pain and take 3d6 points of damage each round they attempt to harm another creature. Ward Against Impurity Communal. We read that. It's just a communal version of this one. That then. I'll try Repel the Profane. That sounds like it might be fun, especially for a fear build. It is thematic. Vine Trap seems like an odd choice. Sacred Nimbus. Not a angel-specific spell. Ward Against Harm. The target gains immunity to the nauseated and sickening conditions, diseases, poisons, ability damage, and ability drain for 10 minutes. That'd have been useful against a lot of the swarms we fought, since we don't have Ice Body. So there are 2 ways to become immune to ability damage. I mean, Death Ward makes us immune to some ability damage, but not against swarms. Ice Body and this, it looks like only 2 ways to do that. So that'll be fine. We'll keep what we have and eventually grab that. Going against demons, the next few areas I'm not too worried about ability damage. I don't know if we have Bleeding Strike on anybody else. I do leading strike. Let me make sure nobody else has it before I do that. I'm pretty sure... Yeah, alright, we'll give it to Sela. That's thematic. The strike makes cracks in the enemy's existence, leaving weak points for your allies to strike. Benefit. Every time you hit a target in melee combat, you leave a mark on it. Any ally attacking the marked target deals additional divine damage equal to 1d6 per your mythic rank to the target consuming the mark. A note. Now one ally can leave a mark on a target at a time. Other allies with the leading strike ability do not deal additional damage to a marked target. So you really just want one ally to have this. Alright, so we have Brutality Incarnate. Probably Unrelenting Assault, but let's take a look real quick. Yeah, we'll do Unrelenting Assault. Wolgiv. Abundant Arcane Pool might be worth it. Don't need Thundering Blows. I mean, it wouldn't hurt. It's based on Mythic rank, not Strength. It's not the, other Mythic ability. Could do Archmage Armor. Abundant Casting might be worth it. We get more touch. Let's do that. More spells. Alright, so he has Abundant Casting when you want Improved Abundant Casting. Or Greater Abundant Casting, whatever it's called. Here it is. So you've studied a way to increase the number of spells you can cast per day. Benefit, you can cast 4 more spells per day of 4th, 5th, and 6th levels each. This ability does not affect Mythic spellbooks. Yeah, more spells, can't go wrong with that. And then for land, probably want like Distracting Shots or something. Especially, oh, this is actually really good for him since he's going to be mounted on his on Sunshine, who is a melee unit. Plus, the rest of my party's on melee. So Distracting Shots, your ranged weapon attacks are dangerous enough for the enemy to forget about melee threats. Benefit. Hit an enemy with a ranged weapon attack, they receive a penalty to armor class against melee attacks equal to half your mythic rank for 1 round. Can't go wrong with that. Not all of our companions here yet. Alright, I'm gonna call it here, and next time we will begin exploring the Abyss.
Follow if you dare.
We've got quite a journey ahead of us. But for now, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.